Welcome, guys. If you guys are new here, my name is Anthony.
And I'm Janoka.
And
no, I was just going to say thank you for tapping in week after week, either on YouTube, Apple, Yahoo, Spotify, wherever you listen to us at.
We help 9-to-5ers create more impact, income, and influence outside their jobs.
Yes. And if you are following us in any capacity on Instagram or even on YouTube that you're subscribed, you did see that we recently announced we have baby number 2 on the way.
Yes, you guys got
You had a delay. You're not clapping. You're staring at the camera.
I wasn't sure.
And we posted a video about family reaction, so be sure to check that out as well. But what are we talking about today? TikTok is possibly going to be banned from America. And recently, the vote was a landslide with Congress voting in favor to ban TikTok. They basically said that either the company sells it, I guess to us being America, or it will be banned on all like Apple, Google Play. You won't be able to purchase it anymore. So I was saying, well, I said to Anthony, well, why would they sell this to us? Like, how does that even, why would that make sense? Are we the biggest consumers, we being Americans? And like, maybe that's a good question. I have no idea of the stats of the numbers because as we know, TikTok is a worldwide thing. And the impact that has, I know a lot of people were speaking about the impact that has on creatives and people that have blown up from TikTok and that we know from TikTok. What does that do to them and their following? The hope is that they have built things outside of that, or that they at least have a YouTube or Instagram or just other ways, email lists, that type of stuff that people can tap in with them. If they do not, that's kind of like a full change in finances in life. I saw a creative say, follow us on Snapchat, which...
Snapchat's still around?
Well, I've seen people coming back on Snapchat, though. I was going to say, I saw people coming back on Snapchat, so I think it's becoming a bit more popular again, but I don't think it compares to Instagram and TikTok at this point. But
yeah, that's... So you asked why would they sell? So one of the reasons, if you're... So my thing is, I think we don't want TikTok in the U.S. unless we own it, because
you said they want the data.
Like, we have the Meta, we have everything essentially that we need here, and we don't get any data from TikTok, us being the U.S. So the way they built the TikTok platform is that they were like, just like most platforms, they go through these cycles where they want to get as many users on there as possible. So like when you first got on TikTok, a couple years ago, you post something and you go viral. Like, that was the thing. Like, they wanted. It's like, oh, you could get easy credibility. You get easy. My dog just walked.
The dog, he never walks out because the doors are usually closed. I don't know. Go ahead.
I have no idea. See what happens when we record? Like, so you get easy credibility, easy fame, Insta stats or whatever. And essentially people get on TikTok like, yo, I'm going to blow up on there. So a lot of people kind of create their name from TikTok. So the problem is that we don't own any of that data. In the U.S., we're all about data. We want to control it, we want to manage it. We want to essentially use it for whatever we're going to use it for. So if China did, or the owner of TikTok, or whoever owns it, whether it's a personal, individual, team, company, whatever, decide to sell it to us, they would need to decide, okay, well, I'm selling it to them because, I'm selling it to them because U.S. is my biggest market, and if I can't be in my biggest market, I'm wrapping this thing up. And that would be the only reason they would sell it. Or they would just say F off US and keep this thing pushing.
Now, I don't know that I feel like TikTok should necessarily be banned completely. However, I think there should be some regulations around it, simply because I think I've mentioned this before. Me as an adult, I indulge in TikTok a lot, and it is very, let's say, addicting. You can be on that thing. If you're not on TikTok, stay off. You could be on that thing forever because it just keeps going. It feeds to you exactly what you want to see and read and engage in. So I think that there should be some type of limitations, particularly with the kids, because I'm like, as adults, if we're doing this, what does this do to our children, teenagers, et cetera, et cetera? So in some form, there should be, I don't know, a cutoff, something to control TikTok in some capacity. But I guess because America doesn't own it, they can't control anything. So they're like, let's just ban it altogether. On top of what you said with the data part, probably.
So why would it be up to TikTok to regulate your children's behavior? Wouldn't that be on you?
That's anything.
Wouldn't that be on you as a parent?
Yeah. But how much regulating are people able to do, really, when your kid may be at school 8 hours a day? There's not much.
Take it off their phone, block it.
Right.
There's options there.
There's options, but how much people, one, are really doing that, and how much kids are actually sticking to that?
I think that If Alani got to the age where we had to regulate her social media, we would absolutely do that. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't expect TikTok or Facebook to put something in place that says a kid can only be on here 8 hours. It would really be on us as parents to regulate that.
Some type of limitation. I mean, that's the same thing with YouTube, right? I mean, people say that they're watching YouTube Kids, and then the commercials are the ads that come up are not for kids. Technically, who are you blaming then? You blaming YouTube or you blaming yourself?
I'm blaming me because if you go to YouTube for kids, YouTube is kind of regulating a little bit, but you could set parameters on if you want to pay for not having commercials, you want the YouTube Premium, you want all this other stuff. So I think as parents, we would have to regulate that more than the application itself, because things are still going to slip through, and you're going to sit there and blame TikTok?
Not forever. I don't agree that it's all on them, but I feel like because of the way the platform is set up, it still should be something in place for kids, because that's another thing. How many people are children on their platform compared to adults, or like young adults, if you will, 18 and younger, all that type of stuff. So that's just a conversation. I don't feel like they should ban it, because I actually love the app. I find it to be one of my favorite apps. It's basically Twitter and TikTok for me. But that's where we are at this point.
I actually hate it.
Well, you don't watch it. You don't hate it. That's a strong word. You don't hate it.
I don't enjoy TikTok at all.
But you be on it. What do you mean? I send you TikToks all the time.
So I'm on TikTok because you send me videos, but I'm not on TikTok because I'm consuming content. I rarely, if you look on my app, let's actually pull it up right now.
Well, we can't tell. We're signing on to the same thing. How could you tell?
I could go to my app screen time.
Oh, and see how long
I actually spend on TikTok.
I go through waves. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm over it, and then sometimes I'm like on it. This week I think I'm on it.
How do
I go through waves of it.
Website and activity, Instagram, messages, mail, X, YouTube, Nike Run, Slack, Facebook, Safari, podcast, photos, WhatsApp. Settings,
Is
Google
that for
Maps.
this week or in general?
Threads,
this week.
Music, weather. My weather app, I'm on there longer than I'm on TikTok. My weather app. So
whatever.
If that gives you any indication on my time on TikTok, it says about 5 minutes a day.
That's you, but the rest of the world is on it. Everybody. I understand
I'm on my weather app longer than I'm on TikTok.
What are you doing? Checking just to run, probably. With the weather app. But either way,
yeah,
that is what's happening in the world on TikTok.